Happy Friday. Coming up in an hour, David Koechner, also known as Champ from Anchorman. And Todd Packard from The Office. He's going to be in studio at 7:30 this morning. Super excited to have him in again.
For sure.
You'll be able to watch everything in real time on our SpyCam feed at 1059thebrew.com and on Facebook. Just find us at 1059 The Brew. All right, it's time for another edition of... And today it's a double shot of dumbasses. They are two dumbasses. We'll start. There's an American dumbass and Australian dumbass.
Dumbasses aplenty.
I'll give you
which one do we get?
I'll give you the American dumbass first.
All right.
Okay.
So this woman always thought that Alaska was an island.
Why would you think that?
She's a TikToker named Sabrina Abry. And she's going viral because she admits that she was never taught that in American schools that Alaska isn't an island. Or at least she says that. Maybe she just doesn't remember or wasn't paying attention that day.
Yeah, I doubt that anyone told her it was an island.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if any of us were taught that it was or was not an island. We were just shown a map, and they're like, "There's Alaska," you know.
She points out that most classroom maps of the United States show the 48 states and separate boxes, Hawaii and Alaska, and so that and then her head she just assumed I think that. You know, when you look at a map, they put it down at the side.
It is separated. It looks like it's floating in the ocean like Hawaii is.
But most people know that that's just for that map. Like, that's not the way.
Sure.
But when you look at the map, so I just pulled it up, there's no excuse for this.
Right.
It is connect. Yeah, they don't color in the country next to it, but it is attached for
Like you
a
can
long
tell.
way.
Like you can tell.
It's red on the map. Like the Alaska's red, and then there is a cloudy continent, and then there's the ocean on that side. I mean, you really got to be a ding-dong.
Well, she insists that she is not a stupid American.
Okay.
Before you call me a stupid American, I just need you to hear me out, okay? I was 18 years old dating my Canadian boyfriend, and the topic of Alaska came up, and I was like, wait a minute, you can drive to Alaska? Okay, I graduated high school with A's and B's. I was a good student. This is absolutely criminal. Elise Myers on TikTok also mentioned that she had this realization in adulthood. Her comments are overflowing with people, adults, that have had the same realization after graduating high school. What?
Oh, well, I mean...
What?
Now, it's not an easy drive by any means.
No, it's going to take a long time to get there.
It's not like a road trip. Do you guys want to go to British Columbia or you want to go to Alaska? Alaska's a ride.
I think your Uber's going to be upset with that trip.
Exactly.
And to be fair, maybe it would make sense that her Canadian boyfriend would know better because it is connected to Canada,
Right.
technically. I mean,
She shows the map that she thinks is responsible for the confusion.
This is the map that we studied in 8th grade world geography when we went over the US of A, okay? We did Canada, a complete separate unit. We need to understand them in reference to each other. And before you're like, Sabrina, you really think that it's an island
You can
down
tell she's really charged up and trying to sell this.
she's like, I'm not stupid, I swear.
Sabrina.
by Hawaii? No.
This is someone who's probably been bombarded with comments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like on her TikTok. She's like, stop it.
I'll show you.
Really think that it's an island down by Hawaii? No. I know that Alaska is cold. Everybody knows that Alaska is cold. I know that it was northern, okay? I know that this section of land is northern. But did I know that it was connected by land? No, I did not know that.
There it is.
All right, well,
Glad she clarified.
learn something new every day.
Dumbass.
There
know,
you go.
there's plenty of people who are like, so it's not? You're saying it's not an island?
I know, I'm sure some people learned a thing or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got some
During,
geography
you know,
in today.
Right. Because apparently there are some people agreeing with her on the TikTok comment section. There are lots of people agreeing with her right now.
They're not allowed to do that.
So that's what's happening in America
Oh, they're
today.
agreeing with that she could be confused, not that it's not attached.
No, like there's some people are agreeing with Sabrina. Like they're
Right.
agreeing with her.
That
like
the way she learned it, they
could
learned it the
confuse
same
her. Yeah, like,
way.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
she-
confusing.
Yeah, I get
Not
that.
Alaska is actually an island.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
So there it is. So there's our American dumbass.
All right.
All right.
Would you like to hear Australia's dumbass? I think
The boomerang dumbass?
this lady's a little dumber, and I'm actually pretty proud of that.
Ooh,
Okay.
we'll take it.
She thinks that the moon is bigger than the Earth because it's in the sky and it's so far away from us, and it's still that big.
It's huge.
It's got to be bigger than the Earth, right?
I mean,
This is from the TV show Love Island, Australia.
Okay.
And this looks like a date scene where she's talking, and she's pretty, and she's talking to this dude who's a good-looking guy himself.
So she wasn't cast for her brains.
No. Let me make that clear.
Absolutely
no,
not.
Absolutely not. So he's trying to sit here and be nice because she's saying the moon's bigger than Earth, and he's going, no, I don't think it is.
Like, that thing's giant. How many times bigger is it than Earth? Like,
The moon?
yeah.
No, not bigger.
Yeah, it is.
The moon? Nah.
You just said you're so into it and you don't know that the moon's bigger than Earth.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it is.
And she is looking at him like he is the biggest idiot on the planet.
And he's trying not to just Hulk slam her intelligence.
And
but
he's doing that thing where he's going like he's pretending to think,
that's gonna be
no, I don't think it is.
It's like,
Still no.
how do I get out of this date?
Because sometimes you think, am I just going to be agreeable? And you're like, we're on national television.
No, you
I'm
can't.
not.
No way.
Nah.
You just said you're so into it and you
Because
don't.
she's so pretty that I bet you most dumb dudes
Say whatever.
do just agree with her. And I have a feeling that's what has normally happened to her in her life, is that guys just go, yeah, okay.
Now she's learning the hard way.
You know, but like when you see how dumb she is, it doesn't make her as pretty to me. Like, she's
lose.
really pretty, and then you hear her speak, and you go, "Oh, okay, so you're mentally challenged." I think.
And
I think you need a guide when you walk through the mall.
and when you're dumb by choice like this lady, that's not long term. That's a short
I
term
mean, come on,
problem.
she's got to have some reasoning behind this.
All right, let's hear it.
Nah.
You just said you're so into it and you don't know that the moon's bigger than Earth.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it is.
It is. The moon is bigger than Earth.
So this is where it cuts back to the confessional of her.
Right,
you know?
right, right,
now
right.
she's
She's
gonna
still
The
trying
moon
to.
is bigger than Earth. Surely it has to be, because when you're looking at the moon from Earth, it's huge. But, like, it's so far away from us.
Oh.
Boy.
I'm glad.
Oh my
I'm glad she had a chance
God.
to explain
That's
it.
sound logic?
Makes total sense now.
Dumbass.
I mean,
Wow. Man. Wow.
eh,
We're
Man.
doomed.
well,
As a human race, we are doomed.
Man, hey, even people who can't think right are looking for love, apparently, on Ozzy's.
and that's why they're on the show Love Island.
What do you think, Beef? Are we doomed? Are we screwed as a people?
100%.
Right?
100%. But I'm with you, man. I think that would be very tough to stay in a relationship with somebody when you had to, like, constantly get into reason.
No matter how, no matter how pretty you are, when I'm sitting here like debating the size of the planet, or I remember one time a friend of mine thought I was an idiot because we were debating on how women get pregnant. This was in the 4th grade
okay.
when this happened.
Fair
We were
enough.
debating how women get pregnant, and I was saying it was the traditional way,
Yeah,
the
the way it happens, and he was saying it was the other way through the.
Oh my gosh.
The back door. Man,
Right.
how many kids does he have now? Because I feel
I
like
think he's in prison.
That's problematic.
He's like,
As
I could have sworn that I didn't do it that way, and I keep making babies.
How did this happen?
He also thought I was an idiot because I told him that midnight was the start of the next day, and he thought I was a fool.
It's like, it's nighttime.
It's,
guy.
it's dark outside. Explain that.
And it's just like it's exhausting trying to convince somebody that they're just so dumb.
you
They're not
just
even
gotta-
they're not even aware how dumb
Just
they
gotta
are.
leave it.
And
I
how
just-
did, how did that lady not just, after she gets embarrassed at the date, just go and Google it again?
Yeah, like why
One
didn't he
more
just Google it
time.
right then in front
It's
of her?
like, here it is. It's actually viciously bigger.
That's what he should have done. It's just Google voiced it right in front of her.
Yeah.
and
What you
have
didn't
it say it out
what
loud.
you didn't see on the show is him just like standing up and walking away while she's
I
still
hope so.
talking. Because how
Table flip.
how do you stay in a conversation like that?
Hands her a book, Planets for Dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
right.
bet
off.
you so many dudes lay on the dum-dum grenade
Yeah.
just because a girl is pretty and nice.
We'll put the videos, both of those dumbasses, online at 1059thebrew.com. Remember the Ted movies with Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane as the voice of Ted?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically just Peter Griffin's voice over Ted's face. But, they're not doing a third movie. They're doing a TV show for Peacock that premieres in January.
Are they going to go hard?
I don't know, because it's Peacock, so I don't know if it's going to be like soft TV style show or if it's going to be like an HBO style show. I don't know. Because to me, it's not Ted without the F-bombs and stuff like that.
That's true. I mean, they're within not just their rights with the FCC, but also it's a pay-to-play now. So in order to have Peacock, you have to have a subscription. Maybe that'll be reason to allow it.
That's right. You can't have a family-friendly Ted. You know,
It
that's
would
just
be
like
weird.
not a thing.
Right. So here's the first teaser trailer that came out. And in this clip, I guess a 1993 version of Ted is listing his predictions, and a current day Ted is squashing them.
Dear future Ted, it's me, 1993 Ted. If you're reading this, it means we got a new series on the most successful streaming platform ever. Yeah, we got a new series. Is the future amazing? I bet NASA sends people to the moon all the time. Moon colony, negative. Unlimited porn in our pockets? Check. Anyway, I can't wait to see your world of flying cars, normal weather, and new TV characters that don't just rehash old stuff. Poor bum had so much hope.
That even doesn't really sound like Seth MacFarlane.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't even sound like
It's
him.
like if
Please.
you ordered Ted from Wish.
Yeah,
like,
that
that's what
didn't
you would
sound.
do.
Is that
I don't
even
know.
Seth MacFarlane?
I
Is it
kind of
not
get the
mixed
vibe.
right?
I kind of get the vibe that it's going to be like a Family Guy, Simpsons type of.
Yeah.
type
Well,
of,
I
you know
mean,
what Like,
basically, Ted. That's what Ted was. I mean, it was the same band that played the music for Family Guy. They got the same band to do all the music and segues.
but I
and
mean,
it's
like
the same
that's,
actors.
But that's how they're going to get away with playing it on like network television.
That
You know
didn't
what I
even
mean?
That didn't even sound like Ted
Yeah, I
Seth
don't know.
MacFarlane though.
And maybe it is Ted MacFarlane.
Ted MacFarlane.
It's
Yeah.
his cousin.
Yeah.
Anyway, the trailer is online at 1059thebrew.com if you want to check it out. So, there it is.
Yeah, and I don't currently pay for Peacock. Like, it was free during the pandemic. I'm like, this is sweet.
Yeah.
I got conditioned to that. Are either of you Peacock?
I'm thinking about it because of that John Wick TV show. I can't remember what it's called, but it looks really good.
But you're not currently on
I don't
board
know.
yet.
I don't have it either. Yeah.
Maybe though.
I mean,
There's two shows that I'm kind of interested in seeing.
Yeah, and never say never, right? All it takes is one to rope you. I did a whole
But how much
2
is
years
it?
of Apple TV.
I
over-
can't do $15 a month for a show and a half.
Right.
Exactly. We're already getting roasted.
So anyway, at 1059thebrew.com. Your chance at $1,000 in cash happens right now. Happy Friday.
Yes.
We got David Koechner, who is known as Champ from Anchorman. And Todd Packer from The Office. Big fan of his. He'll be in studio here in about 30 minutes, so make sure you're listening for that. You'll be able to watch it in real time on our website at 1059thebrew.com, or just follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
all the things.
All the socials.
Grindr, I think we're still on.
Oh, yes.
Better be.
Go check it out at 1059 The Brew or at Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Ladies and gentlemen, Martha Stewart has decided to cancel Thanksgiving.
What?
Why would she do such a thing?
I guess there was something that happened. A series of unfortunate events caused Martha Stewart to cancel her Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, I gave up Thanksgiving. I canceled. Somebody canceled. 9 guests canceled because somebody got sick. So I decided, I called up my chef friend, and I said, we're not doing Thanksgiving. And I've also cooked like 14 turkeys already for my TV show.
Good
and I
Lord.
still have to do one more turkey, I think, on the Today Show. So I am turkeyed out.
And that canceling a Martha Stewart dinner probably saved her $45,000.
No kidding.
Imagine how heartbroken you were, though, when you're like, all right, so I'm on Martha Stewart's Thanksgiving
Yeah.
roster, baby.
Yeah.
And then you get the call.
Like you're on a waiting list for a fancy restaurant. Like,
Right.
finally, my ticket's been pulled.
Oh, I get to go to Agua or whatever. Like these amazing places. You'll never. Martha doesn't
Yeah.
call you back.
Martha
to come
La
back.
Agua, I believe, is the name of the restaurant. It's her
Yeah.
kitchen.
Delicious.
But
Man,
in-
that sucks.
instead, Martha Stewart's going to be visiting various friends' houses for Thanksgiving. And can you imagine being the person who now you're having Martha Stewart coming to your house?
That's
You're hosting
a lot
Martha
of pressure.
Stewart.
It's like this woman just made 14 turkeys for television, and now I have to make one and impress her with
Exactly.
it. Forget about it.
Here's what she says about it.
I made a plan. Friends of course, invited me to their homes, so I'm going to about 5 different homes to taste different courses.
I'd be so stressed out. Martha's coming over.
And you don't want to be on that list because it's not just the food. Think about her old TV show. It's
yeah.
the doilies on the table. It's
Right.
the folding of the napkin.
It's the way the silverware is set out on the table. It's the way the presentation. It's everything.
How the potpourri, the homemade potpourri smells by the door. Like you're so dead.
Yeah, by the time she walks through the front door, she is judging every little
That's too much
thing.
stress for me.
That's too much pressure.
I would not have. Well, listen, I love Martha. I think she's gorgeous for her age too, especially. But I tell you what, there's no way I'd have her at my house just because of the pressure, the
how
stress.
good would it feel though if you knocked her socks
Yeah,
off
that
and
would
she
feel great. It would
be
complimented
great.
how moist your turkey was?
But I know me, and that would never happen.
The lead up hell that would unleash, like when we have people at my house, we do a full blown clean like you guys do. But I am not in charge of that clean. Amy is the sergeant. So she gets intense when we clean for a party. If it was Martha, it would be the worst day ever. She'd be like, it better look like a Better Homes and Garden.
Yeah,
Right.
you wouldn't be allowed in the house for a week
Oh, yeah.
beforehand.
Shoes? Forget shoes.
Yeah,
Forget
no.
feet. You cut your feet
Come
off at
off.
the door.
Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Happy Friday.
Hey, how's it going? I just had a quick question. You guys gave us a keyword, and I went to go to the website, and there's no place to click on to put in the word anymore.
It's there. It
Is it-
always
is it
comes
over?
up. No,
It's not over.
it's not
all
over. Today's
day.
the last day, though. So here, I'll go to the website and I'll show you. You just go to 1059thebrew.com right
Ding,
now.
ding.
Takes
Ding, dong.
less than 30 seconds to do it. And then as soon as you get there, it will automatically pop up. This box will automatically pop up. If it didn't, it's got to be your busted ass computer. It's the only thing I can say.
No, it's my phone, and I've been doing it since you guys started the contest.
I did it on my phone just now. First thing it came up.
Show the camera.
Show the
camera.
camera.
Right back up.
It came up right away.
There it is.
And then you type in this hour's keyword, which just happens to be check.
All right.
Check.
All
Yeah,
right.
I know. But it just says it's sorry, not available. But all right, thank you.
We'll try it again. Try it again.
Yeah. And
Try it again.
Nickname
And
this guy E-Break.
You have the whole hour to do it.
He got out of here because he knew he was about to get
Oh,
chewed
yeah,
up.
he hung up.
He's like, I'm gone.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
Honestly, just
all about
reset
me
your
this
phone. That
morning.
probably is the problem. The keyword is check. Log on to 1059thebrew.com and enter it now for your chance at the grand. And remember, today is your last day to win the money.
Yes.
Coming up next, double whammy. Whammy! He's coming in here. David
wait.
Koechner. He's obviously champ from The Office and Todd Packer. Or sorry, champ from Anchorman and Todd Packer from The Office. So tonight he'll be at Helium, and tomorrow night. So I guess tonight it looks like he'll be doing stand up, And then tomorrow night, he's going to be in character as Todd Packer, and it's questions with Todd Packer.
I don't know if you've seen any of those videos, but they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Of him doing the office trivia stuff.
So yeah, it's like office trivia tomorrow night at Helium.
That'll be fun.
And I think I could answer some of those questions. Maybe he can give me a few, because I've seen every episode of The Office multiple times.
I feel like you'd be decent. Maybe we can have him just spitball a couple at you.
throw some out.
What about you, Lori? Did you watch The Office a lot?
I did. I binged it right before it left Netflix. It was like a race to beat it before it left Netflix on New Year's Eve or whatever. So I raced through it during the pandemic, but that was my first time watching it. So
See, I love that show, but I would get destroyed at some trivia. Like I don't know it that well.
No, I'm not a super fan like that.
And Tanner, you retain shows like that's kind of like your thing. So I think you could do well at this.
Well, we'll see. Now I'm all stressed and
you better do well.
I'm worried about it.
If
I'm
you
getting
don't,
sweaty
I mean,
palms.
what have you been studying for?
Right. What have I been doing with my life?
Come on.
That's all coming up in minutes. Hang on.
Well, there could be a little drama in the LBC because the Ravens-Bengals game last night, even though it ended with a 14-point victory, there was a scenario in which the Bengals quarterback was wearing a soft cast days before the game. In the NFL, you are required to put a player on an injury report if they're questionable to play in that game because it affects so much. And, not that it's the most important part, but people who spend millions of dollars on Thursday Night Football betting on these games might want to know whether Joe Burrow can get hurt without touching anyone. And that's what happened last night. He tried to throw a spiral, did score a touchdown, but then his hand came up limp and it was all messed up. He's got a hand sprain is what they're calling it. But here's where it's shady. The NFL's investigating why a picture on social media showed the cast and now it's deleted.
Oh.
They went into their thing and they swiped everything clean because they know that they've broken the rules, but it doesn't change the scoreboard. 34-20, they get the W. Also, you've got a full slate of college football, which is ever so important. 1 week before rivalry week, you've got Oregon and ASU and Washington against Oregon State. You think about it, it's the defectors versus one of the last two teams. That's going to be a bloodbath, and it's a coin flip game. So check out both of those, and in a week, it could be where the Beavers and Ducks are both in the top 10, maybe even the Ducks in the top 5, ready to play in their last rivalry game in the foreseeable future. There's your sports.
Thank you very much. This hour's keyword for your chance to go fund yourself and win $1,000 in cash is check. All right, you got until 8 a.m. this morning to get this hour's keyword in to 1059thebrew.com, and you could win $1,000. The keyword is check. Log on right now, and good luck. And remember, today is the last day, at least for a while.
Yep. Yeah.
Coming up next, David Koechner is going to be in studio. That's right, Champ from The Office, Todd Packer. Sorry, I keep doing that. Champ from Anchorman, Todd Packer from The Office.
Yes.
But he'll be in studio coming up next. Super excited to have him on again. And he'll be at Helium this weekend. So you can watch all the stuff happening in the studio in real time at 1059thebrew.com. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Happy Friday. He's in studio with us right now. He's been in over 120 movies and TV shows.
Dang.
Been a part of Second City, Saturday Night Live, Anchorman, of course, The Office, some of the best projects out there. Please welcome to the show, David Koechner!
Hey-o. No, you're good.
Whammy!
Whammy!
Oh, my God.
I hesitate, but I must tell you, it's more than 100. It's like 212.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, gang.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'm inescapable. You can run.
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't that funny though? It's like it's over. When I hear over 100, the first thing that came to my mouth was like, "Whoa!" And then that's only half of what he's actually.
The thing I saw last night said 120, and you need to let them know that you've been over 200 projects.
Well, the question is, maybe they're more discerning how much of it's really good.
Oh, well.
And can you admit, like, that was a bad project that I did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 5 kids. I don't look at good and bad. I look at money or not.
Right. What
good
can
thinking.
would you be open about the worst thing you've ever done, or is that something you don't, because you don't want to insult the directors or anything like that?
Well, let's see. How do I phrase this? Oh boy, mess with it. Heck with it. I was in a. Well, I tell you what. I'll tell you this.
What about the Christmas one?
Oh boy, that's a.
Oh, by the way,
I was just thinking of 2 of them. Rob Mayer.
Rob Mayer's in the studio with us right now.
Everybody.
He's going to be his opener tonight and tomorrow at Helium.
We do a powerful hour and a half, gang. We don't screw around.
Good.
Rob's probably better than me. I just say that for his ego purpose.
I've been in 0 production, so get that right.
That's true.
Does he ever rub that in at dinner? I've been in over 200 movies and shows.
Constantly. He brings it up all the time.
Right.
It's funny though. He knows the roster of your bad movies though. He's the Christmas one, and then there's
yes, I've seen them all.
There's one called "Bitch That Stole Christmas" that I've been told is unwatchable.
Really?
It sounds like it would be great, though, right?
It does.
a great title.
I'm watching that when I get home.
But I got to play a drag queen. Who could resist?
Yeah, right.
You got to try it all.
Now, this might give you an indication how good it is. I was a detective, and my character's name was Mr. E.
Mr. E.
Mr.
E.
Wow.
Clever.
Look at that.
Clever writing.
There you go.
See what they did there.
So when you read this script and you saw the title, was it the title that sends you to this, or does your agent say like this is a banger?
Did I look at the price? I was being paid for 2 days of work.
Okay. Ooh,
Okay.
2 days.
5 kids,
quick.
gang.
5 kids.
All right, you got mouths to feed.
It's not just the money; it's you get away from the kids for 2 days.
Fair enough. I like it.
You're one of those guys for me that anytime I see you in something, whether it's Anchorman or The Office or Sell Hard or anything, I just
goods, yeah.
you make me laugh so freaking much. It's just I don't know. You've got one of those faces, right?
Yeah.
And you've got so many lines from Anchorman that are memorable. I mean, what's the line that people scream at you the most when you're walking down the street? Is it whammy?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Because my favorite is when they yell blammy.
Blammy! Because that's like the last thing you said.
There's a lot of blamos as well. Blammy, blammo. I'm like, nope, I'm not responding to you.
You never said that one, right? Was that in the script or is that something that you
was
improv?
in the script. I guess it's the delivery was the sell.
Okay, yeah, because it's really a magical delivery here.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's a lot. That's I mean, there's some sound effects added and everything.
That's loading up.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about I've heard rumors of an Anchorman 3. No.
Oh,
Not gonna. He just immediately said no.
I've heard no such rumor.
Right.
And you would know.
I would know.
I figured when Ron Burgundy started doing a podcast, I was like, Anchorman 3 is probably not going to happen.
What I should do is finally write the Champ Kind movie.
That would be great.
I think he might be like he thinks he's a superhero, so he just keeps acting like a superhero.
Yeah. Does he still own like a chicken restaurant?
Yes, but this is coming to me right now. He has a peyote vision.
Hold on, Beefwater, write the script down.
Yeah, write it all down. Peyote vision.
He has a peyote vision where he's a superhero, so he just starts acting like it. Okay. I may have just cracked it. I
think you did.
Just now.
It wrote itself.
That's not bad.
If Netflix doesn't back up a truck of money for you, then
I don't want them. I want just an independently produced picture because that's where the money is.
Got it.
Because if it's mine and Adam McKay's, then there's money.
Got it.
But if you sell it to Netflix, there's no money.
You don't get any cash.
What about him,
You're
man?
already turning down Netflix. So
I know.
Yeah,
right.
This
45 seconds ago.
Big time.
It's huge. Netflix can forget about it.
This is my retirement. I'll finally work for something.
So, okay, no Anchorman sequel, or a third anyway. I'm reading rumors on the internet, and again, it's all rumors about another like possible bringing back The Office.
That's what I've read too.
And we read yesterday that they could bring it back with like a whole new cast.
With a new cast,
I don't like that at all.
People aren't feeling
They'll never do that.
It didn't work the last season when they tried to populate with a lot of new people.
I agree.
The only way it works is if they bring back people's favorites.
I totally agree with you.
100%.
You, Steve Carell, Craig
Krasinski. I don't know who they'll get. You know,
you need Rainn Wilson. That would be the huge.
Yes,
Yeah,
and get Jim back. Why?
That's Krasinski. Yeah. Now Rob had a great idea a couple years ago. We're just giving stuff away.
Got rejected.
This is Rob's idea. My opener, my feature.
Right.
The guy that
right
goes
here,
on first.
next to Laura.
You want to pitch it, Rob?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's the pitch, Rob?
It's Packer and Schrute go on the road as traveling paper salesmen. So they're constantly in new towns and new adventures.
That's
not
great.
Getting
That's a good
along,
idea.
A lot
That's-
of awkward car rides.
It's great.
Odd couple, because Packer doesn't care and Schrute hates Packer.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
I would watch that every freaking week, man.
Yes.
Because Packer pleases no one.
I would say yes.
Except
to
for
Netflix.
himself.
Yeah.
Except for himself. And
Right.
he just doesn't care. He's empty.
Are you a William Hung fan? Is the
Who
question.
the hell is that, and why does everyone keep
Why
asking
do
me?
people keep asking me that? I listen. I'm if it doesn't come back with the entire cast, if you're not a part of it, I boycott it.
Thank you.
I will
They're not
boycott
going
it.
to make me part of it.
What do you mean they're not going to make you part
You
of
would
it?
have to be part of
I
it.
know.
'cause-
I'll be a guest star.
No,
They're
but-
not, if they made me
Cast
a
member.
cast member, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. It'd be my show.
You would steal the show. I is what you're
but
saying.
You're one of the
That's
few
right.
characters that they haven't squeezed out all the
That's
juice
true.
out of.
I agree with
That's
you.
true, yeah.
That I agree with
And
too.
let's
There's a
face
lot
it,
of background. I
have
feel like.
endless juice.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
Who was the one you could improv with the most? Was it Steve Carell?
I've
Carell's the
known
best.
Carell since 1990.
Oh, you guys
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
lot of history together.
How do you meet him way back then? Like,
Second City.
Oh,
in
okay.
Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second City is filled with like the greats.
Yes.
I mean,
True.
I could go. The list would take forever to go down, but
List all the people you were
It's,
there with.
well,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I wrote it down once. It's 45 people that you either know or have affected your current media situation.
Right.
So let's say me and Chris Farley and
Mm-hmm.
Tim Meadows
Oh.
and Tina Fey and Amy Poehler and Rachel Dratch, Horatio Sands, Adam McKay, Steve Colbert, Steve Carell, and there's a ton
Jesus.
of Conan writers, ton of Jimmy Fallon writers, ton of Seth Meyers writers. All these guys have just been affecting media forever.
the greats.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you just listed off some of the
It
greatest.
goes on and on and on.
I mean, that's got to feel good. I mean, and to
Yeah.
me, you're up there with them. You know,
sir.
I think you need more. I think we need a Todd Packer show. I think we need like a Champ movie.
I agree.
I think we need these things.
I agree.
Who do we need to yell at and demand and like maybe destroy their career on the internet until we make
Just
it
yell
happen?
at Hollywood.
Just Hollywood.
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah.
Here's the
Get
thing.
it done.
Packer would allow AI to do whatever it wants.
How do you feel about though, like with the AI coming in and writing?
It's horrifying.
You don't like that?
No, of course.
I think
not.
it's terrible,
It's
right?
horrifying. Yeah.
And but it
Everyone
seems like they
loses their
got it
jobs. They can take your job too.
right. No,
Oh, yeah,
there's already
they're
a station.
trying.
There's
Yeah.
a station in this city that's got a artificial intelligence DJ from 10 a.m. to 3.
Yeah, and it's not all the time, but they rolled it out and they were like, "Look what we did."
They're all
Look what we
proud of
did."
it.
And we're
It's
like, I don't know.
terrible.
Yeah, we're doing that next, actually.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah, we crushed that robot in the rating.
Did they do an amalgamation of different DJs and the DJs? What are morning people or
I
personalities?
guess their morning show syndicated from another city, and those are real people. But
Yep.
the other people in the afternoon and I just think it's that midday girl who's artificial,
Yeah.
but everyone else is recorded from out of state.
Because what they can do is take the best of these people's personalities, input that into the algorithm or to the chat, and then spit out a whole different person. The danger, they say, is that they'll be able to eventually create a robot that has a lot of charisma. Because if you take, you create a personality that has charisma, they'll become these leaders that people start following.
Right.
And you're following robots.
That's scary, man.
That
And,
is sketchy.
and they're telling us that they only need to hear 3 seconds of your voice to duplicate it. How many hours of your voices out there are our voices?
Your voices.
We're
Yeah.
screwed.
Yes.
We are screwed.
So
You've been in some of the biggest movies ever. You're
Right.
screwed.
We had to fight against it.
See, this is why Sarah Connor sniped that guy in T2.
That's
He-
absolutely right.
All the way back to the beginning.
That's right.
I don't know who's going to do it.
We need a John Connor. We need a John and we need a Sarah.
We need a Sarah, just bat crazy Sarah Connor.
So
Nice pullback.
you and Rob are going to be performing tonight and tomorrow at Helium. And it sounds like it's just normal stand-up tonight. And then tomorrow it's the Office special.
I got news, not great news.
Oh, what's the news?
Oh,
Bob.
sold out, baby.
Oh, and you still
Office
came in
trivia-
here.
Yeah.
Office trivia is sold out.
Yeah, the Office
And
trivia
the
sold
late
out.
show Saturday sold
Early
out.
show Saturday.
Early
sold
show
out.
Saturday.
There's
Late shows-
7:30 and 10 tonight and tomorrow night, Saturday night.
Not to be a D-bag, but all the shows are very close to being sold
Just
out.
buy tickets
Well, you're a
now.
big deal.
I
Just
would
get
buy
on
them
it.
now.
Portland.heliumcomedy.com is the
Come on,
website.
gang.
Yeah, let's sell them out by the time
Let's
you
do
get
it.
to the car.
Sell them out so they can thank us, and then he'll always come here. Because
Yes.
normally, like when the big people sell out, they don't come in here. They're
is
like,
that
we
right?
don't need to do it.
This is how routine your life is. We had you in the studio 5 years ago yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah.
5 years
You
ago.
don't even remember that.
Yesterday.
I can tell right in your eyes. You don't.
He's like, oh yeah,
I'll pull up
the best interview of my life.
Were you wearing a jeans and t-shirt?
Yeah, same gear.
I think that was the first time I was in town.
Oh, it was. What do you think of Portland? You like it?
I love Portland.
It's a little dirty in certain spots. You get some.
That's
We got
what makes it great.
Don't wear flip flops or barefoot because we got MRSA on our streets. Our streets literally tested positive for MRSA.
Yeah, our comedy's a little dirty in spots too. So
Oh, good.
nice.
So it
It's got
works out,
MRSA in the
works out.
comedy as well.
Our shows are a combination of dirty and prayer.
I like that.
I like it.
Portland.heliumcomedy.com. Not many tickets available, it sounds like. There are some people who want to talk to you.
Okay.
If you don't mind, before we go to break.
Mind, I insist.
Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. You're on with David. Go ahead.
Good morning, David.
Good morning.
Hey, my name's Tony, man. I just want to say I'm a big fan. Loved you and everything from, The Office, obviously, to all the Anchormans. And I just got to say, dude, bless this mess. You made that show, dude. It was hilarious.
Oh, man. So Bless This Mess was a show that was on ABC right before the pandemic, and it was great, Tony. You're right. Had an amazing cast, some of the best writing I've ever been associated with, and then the pandemic killed us. Too bad.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. But the thing is, I wouldn't be here if Bless This Mess was still on the
Oh,
air.
I see. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a beautiful show. Oh my goodness.
Why? So was it just didn't get a big enough audience for the studio to continue?
It was. We shot it on location in Santa Clarita. One of the studio, like they call location filming there, the studio ranch, and so it was a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
And so they cut things that were costly.
I hate that. Studios are just cutting big projects. I read the other day that they were like talking about shelving a Wile E. Coyote movie. I guess
there's a different reason. I don't know what.
I don't remember what. It's
It
just
was,
like
but
it bums me out.
Yeah.
Like that so many things get either shelved because of rules or laws, or some CEO, some studio heads want to being a dick to the other studio head, so he
Right.
buys a script and then just
Right.
puts it in the desk.
It wasn't his. Maybe it wasn't racist enough. I don't know.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
The way things are going, it's very possible.
This is too PC.
But yeah, it's annoying. It's very annoying.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks,
Hey,
Big
Oscar,
T.
just one other thing.
Yeah.
Why I wanted to call. I do have an office-related tattoo. Now, it's not a Packer tattoo, but I am a huge fan. So from Identity Theft is Not a Joke, on the back of my calf, I have a bear, a beat, and a ship from Battlestar Galactica tattooed on my leg.
Well done, T.
Nice.
Somebody's getting all the chicks. All
Oh
right.
yeah, this guy's a magnet.
Thanks for the call, brother. We appreciate it. Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. You're on with David.
Hi,
Hey.
David. Love your work.
Thank you.
Love your work. A small film. Any comment on it? You had a role. You played, I believe, he was like an arms rep. It was in the film Thank You for Smoking.
Yes.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I love that movie. That was
Jason Reitman's first film.
really.
Yeah.
It's a great. It was
It's
one of those
probably
movies
his
where
best, quite frankly.
I threw it on and I didn't know what I would expect because it's got what's his name? He played Two-Face.
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's a
yes, yes.
great
Maria
movie.
Bello and me.
And,
It's
and
so
of
good.
course,
I
most
thought
importantly,
Go ahead.
I thought the interplay between the three of you, between the smoking rep and you were the arms rep, and what she was for alcohol was
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes, it was guns, alcohol, and tobacco. We called ourselves MOD, Merchants of Death. And so in the movie,
Merchants
we'd
of
have
Death.
lunch together because no one liked us. We were lobbyists. But yeah, we actually shot that scene twice because we shot it one day and it started to pop at the end of it. And he goes, let's shoot this again first thing in the morning. So we did, and it really came together. It was really
nice.
That's good.
Between the smoking rep and you were the arms rep, and
Oh, he's
Oh,
got
he's
the
got his
radio
radio
on.
on.
Come on,
He's
dude.
listening to
All right,
himself.
thanks for the call. We appreciate it. David Keckner, Rob. Mayor. I wanted to say more, and I know that's not right. You're going to be at Helium tonight and tomorrow. Portland.heliumcomedy.com is the website. You guys are both hilarious. Thank you so much for coming
God
on.
bless you. Thank you so much. 105.9 The Brew. Whammy! 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 105.9 The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
Nice. Well, Apple is going to start playing nice with Android users, kind of. If you've got an iPhone and you're texting with somebody with an Android, or maybe the other way around, it can be kind of a pain sometimes, but they just announced, Apple that is, that they are planning an update next year that will fix some of those pesky issues, primarily that photos and videos from Androids will be higher quality and no longer blurry. You will also be able to see when a person is typing. And most importantly, one person with an Android phone will no longer screw up a group chat. So something to look forward to in the new year. That update should be coming. No exact release date, but sometime in the near future. Amazon is about to start selling cars and SUVs now. Yeah, their first deal is with Hyundai, but unfortunately, those gray Amazon vans aren't going to be towing them up to your front door, and you're not going to be able to get them in 2 days, or that, convenient overnight delivery. You're going to have to wait a while. It'll just be a way to order one online. They don't want to screw the dealerships at all, so you'll only be able to order what your local dealership has in stock. Then you go to the dealership to pick it up. So why through Amazon, you may ask? Well, they say their goal is to make the experience as seamless as possible and let buyers clearly see all of their financing options. And you will see more Oregon State Police troopers on freeways and highways in the Portland area today and tomorrow. Troopers are going to be conducting a saturation patrol, watching for speeding, impaired and distracted driving, seatbelts, and other violations. I-5 traffic on Saturday is going to be especially heavy as OSU and UW fans are going to be driving to Corvallis for the football game, and OSP's fans should have a designated driver if they plan on drinking, so be careful out there. More on those stories, 1059thebrew.com.
Thank you very much. Today is your last chance. Excuse me. How rude of me. Today's your last chance to win $1,000 in cash and go fund yourself. Your next shot happens right now.
105.9 The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
Nice.
I love that dude, man.
It's great.
If you missed our interview with David Koechner, also known as Champ from Anchorman, you'll be able to see the podcast. You can listen to the podcast later on today. The live stream's playing right now. You can go backwards and watch it right now if you want, but we will have video of it later on today at 1059thebrew.com. And all of our socials, just type in 1059 The Brew or Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Yeah.
A lot of good whammies there.
Yeah.
He's a powerhouse.
A lot of good whammies. What I'm sorry?
Whammy!
Oh, I'm sorry.
There he is.
All right. Happy Friday. Beef, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. That was a fun little morning.
Yeah, you walked him out. How did he feel? Because
It was absolutely couldn't have been better.
The best feeling is when, because comedians really hate doing radio.
Mm-hmm.
And the best feeling is when we turn off the mics and they say, guys, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, he came over and gave us all a hug
Yeah, he's
after
a good
the
guy.
interview.
And he's got that vibe, a lot like, these people have staying power in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's got that bro-ish vibe that you like him. So, like, I could see how if you were casting or if you were a director, you'd say, I'd like David to be in this because he's fun to be
Just a
around.
fun guy,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
Just even like when you're not shooting,
Yeah.
some actors just shut down and they go to their trailers or they don't talk to anybody.
Right.
Yeah, he's got a great personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you guys off the air when I was walking him out. He started telling me a story about meeting Post Malone's dad at the Super Bowl, and he literally had me by my shoulders and he was shaking me like a baby.
It's a really good story,
That's pretty
How do you meet Post Malone's dad at the Super Bowl? Just bumped into him in a suite or something?
Post Malone was performing ahead of Aerosmith. Yeah, it was just one of those things where Post Malone wanted to meet him, and it was like a 3-phase waiting room situation. And in one of the waiting rooms was Post Malone's dad, and he was talking to him about being in the Goldbergs. In the Goldbergs, he was a huge Dallas Cowboys fan, and he's like, "Hey, I gotta ask, are you really a Cowboys fan?" And he was like, "Yeah, sorry, dude."
Yeah, the
Broke his heart.
Malone's head
Yeah.
down.
Well, that's good. Go check out the video later on today, 1059thebrew.com. All right, apparently a lost collaboration featuring Slash and Chester Bennington of Linkin Park was leaked onto the internet yesterday.
Interesting.
And I've got the audio for you.
All right.
The song is called Crazy, and I guess it was recorded for Slash's solo album back in 2010, but they guess they shelved it.
Oh.
And they released a different version with Motorhead's Lemmy instead. So I guess they changed the name of the song even with Lemmy on it.
Wait, when did Lemmy die, though?
I feel like, 2 years ago or something?
Okay.
So he was definitely alive at that point.
Yeah, okay.
So would you like to hear the song called Crazy?
Sure.
It's got Chester Bennington on it. Obviously, he's passed away now, and he was one of my favorite singers. He's got a great voice.
Yeah.
105.9
Whoa.
The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
I'll take it again.
Sometimes, David
not ready
just
for
comes
that.
in from the side. Bam!
I'll take it, though. That was great. Here's the clip. Got that Slash sound. Yeah. What do you think?
I like it.
It's all right.
What do you? Is his voice you don't like, or is it the guitars?
I like him the way he is, and there's a reason that the Slash solo project is kind of trash.
I always wonder, why didn't they release this originally?
Yeah, I mean, it's
did he just
okay.
not like the vocals, or because to get
I think
Lemmy,
it's
who's
not-
clearly he's not a better singer than Chester, but maybe he's got a different sound.
But I feel like Chester's voice, you don't hear Chester singing like that very often. You know what I mean? That's not like his typical Linkin
It almost sounds
Park
like he's
style.
doing that STP sound.
Was this during the time that maybe he was filling in for Scott Weiland?
This was in
because
2010.
He did that for a while.
This was in 2010. I feel like that was later on, but I'm not positive. I just feel like that was later on. But
You know, Santana did it with Rob Thomas. Why
Oh,
not?
for
right?
God's sakes.
I mean, great people come together and make great music.
That was a
Holy
great
hell.
song.
And a whole
How
lot of
dare
money.
you?
That,
Yeah.
So smooth.
It's the smoothest.
And if him out of hand, now, say I do. Oh, God, I hate that
Oh
song.
my God.
I was working for Z100 and that song came out and we played it every 3 minutes.
Dude, that song was a smash.
Gosh, and you know it's a bad song when Rob Thomas is a great guy and you could look him right in the face and say that is trash.
Yeah, I think he's super sweet. I actually have had, one of the only celebrities I've had in my house.
It's that story that makes me think he's chill.
Yeah, I had him in my house he came to Z100 to do an interview with us, and I lived right behind the radio station at the time.
It was like schmoove o'clock.
And they showed up and they realized they were missing a guitar chord. And I go, I got one. And I live right next door. I'll go get it. And he goes, I want to smoke a cigarette. I'll come with you. And
You're like, all right.
we just walked to my apartment. Me and Rob Thomas walked to my apartment. And I just remember like getting the guitar chord and walking out of my room and seeing Rob Thomas in my dirty little
Right? You're
dingy
like,
apartment.
what is
I
life?
was like, this is weird.
Is this
Can
a
I offer you a
Twilight
hot
Zone?
pocket?
Didn't he smoke inside?
Yeah, he brought the cigarette in my apartment and was smoking right there.
dude,
And of course, I was
bro.
irritated, but I didn't say a thing.
At
He's
that
Rob
age,
Thomas.
Yeah, you're whatever.
He said that. He goes, this life ain't good enough. And then he put a cigarette out my carpet.
Dropped it in a potted plant.
I hate this song.
You pass
man.
your landlord in the hallway. He's like,
So-
bro, what are you doing?
At what level of Rob Thomas was he at that point?
He was pretty big, man. Dude, we had a studio full of listeners.
Had he done the Santana song yet? Because
Yeah.
the Santana song.
I think that had been done. He was. It
That
was,
was 99,
I do feel
2000.
like it was right before the downfall of Matchbox 20, but it was. They were still hot.
Well, yeah, because Matchbox 20 is like, all right, Rob, you're just going to go off and do solo stuff without us? Fine.
But the whole thing did fall off a cliff. I mean, he was like 2 packs of indoor cigarettes away from not that
Right.
famous anymore.
It's all right. He's pretty smooth.
I met him
was
in
smart.
the I Want to Push You Around era.
I want to push you.
And he too was
Isn't that Barbie? It's in the
smoking
Barbie
a
movie.
cigarette in a Superman t-shirt.
I will. Well, I will.
Exactly.
Do you think he still tears heats?
I don't know.
Or, I mean, in this day and age.
I like to think he does.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we'll be back. Hang on.
Well, the Cincinnati Bengals are having to answer some questions this morning after video footage of, actually it's a picture of Joe Burrow getting off a team bus days ago with a soft cast on his hand. In the NFL, you have to report injuries and you have to say whether a player has the chance of not playing. Now, he did start, but then he had a non-contact injury just throwing a football, what he does with his eyes closed. So could be a bit of a problem there for the Bengals. I don't know what kind of punishments come with that, maybe just a fine, but the loss also hurts. Ravens win 34-20, and we got back in our winning ways as our streak was broken on Monday, but we'll start again heading into the weekend. Also, that big weekend for you does have a lot of college football, and both the Beavers and the Ducks find themselves in a situation where they are highly ranked. The Ducks at number 6 will look to stay atop of college football against Arizona State at 1 p.m. tomorrow on Fox, and then the Beavs against Washington in what has been called a basic pick'em, which is bonkers. You remember the Oregon-Washington game was one of the most nutty games in a long time, and the Beavers, ranked number 11, say they're ready for the challenge in Corvallis, 4:30 this weekend on ABC. And remember, they will have those DUI checkpoints out on the freeway, so make sure you're safe and that you have somebody to drive you home. But get loud. There's your sports.
Thank you much. This hour's keyword for your chance to go fund yourself and win $1,000 is credit. It takes less than 30 seconds to enter this contest, and today is your last day to win this money, at least for a while. So log on to 1059thebrew.com right now, enter the keyword credit, and we could call you back within just a few minutes with the cash. All right, coming up next, we're going to listen to some talkback messages. Also, Casey Beefwater Bay will let us know what he's watching with another edition of What's the Beef Watching. That's after Ozzy. Happy Friday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
105.9 The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
Nice.
Well, you do got some talkback messages to listen to. You can send us a talkback anytime if you're rocking us on the iHeartRadio app. It's free for your cell phone. And once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button to record some.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Happy Friday. Calling in about Laura's news report, which she did so beautifully and always does.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's great that Apple's finally improving their technology when it comes to texting and pictures and all that. The proprietary deal is just a mess. But yeah, the comment about Droid screwing up texts. Yeah, no, that's actually an Apple problem. So, yeah, this is a Droid user. Hopefully you guys get it together, Apple.
There he is.
Yeah.
Droid user is not happy.
I never said it was an Android problem. I said it was an Apple problem. And
But you said
and
you
now
know,
they're
you
coming around.
strongly insinuated that the Galaxy people are the ones who screw it up.
Yeah, it feels that way.
I mean, yeah, because when there's a group of iPhone people and there's only one Android
It's not our fault you
person-
haven't jumped on the train. You know,
I'm
those
just saying,
Galaxies are
I'm just
superior
saying,
phones.
if you guys would
They're
just,
superior
if
phones.
you guys would just,
Get
get
on
in
board.
line,
No,
then we
if you
wouldn't be
guys would
getting all
realize
these blurry pictures.
that Apple
you
snobs
know?
are the dumbest people, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to buy the product,
So
even though their
rude.
phones aren't nearly as good.
You're idiots.
Yeah, I'm the people who are snobs about it. You know, if you just have a phone, whatever.
Who's
who
a
cares?
snob? You're the one ranting about
I'm
being
just.
an Android
I'm not.
user.
I'm not ranting. I'm just telling you right now that
That's what I'm hearing.
the iPhones are not
That's what I'm hearing.
as
I'm
good
calling
as
for
Galaxies.
cellular equality.
All phones are created equal.
Yep.
Okay.
No, they're not. They're like, oh, hey, we're doing something that Galaxy's been doing for 2 years now. The last update was a headphone jack.
Was that our last update?
I'm pretty sure the last iPhone, the biggest thing was the headphone jack, a port for your phones. Awesome.
That wasn't the biggest update.
That was. That
It
was
just
the
made
biggest
everyone's
thing.
lives easier.
Super cool, you guys. Awesome.
Tanner over here talking. He's like I didn't know you were an iPhone expert.
I just know that they're just.
He actually sits on all of the,
They're
the
like,
rollouts.
here's what it
He
is.
watches
They're
very
basically
intently.
they're basically the same phone, except for there's a couple things that gives Galaxy the edge, and that's the camera.
And they do
And,
have a good camera. And they have a lot of
and the
great
screen's
things. There's
big.
nothing wrong with the phone. I just think they all should work together. Like,
yeah,
it's
but
pretty dumb
Apple's
on all
way
fronts.
sexier. Apple has a brand equity, and really, that's all that matters.
Yeah. So you're buying it for the brand. That's it.
No, you're buying it so
Exactly.
you're not the one person who shrinks everyone's video.
Exactly.
That's why I bought it.
Exactly.
And you guys need to jump on. Once you get these phones, I promise you, it'll be
How
so
much you
much
pay for that
happier.
phone? Like $1,800 or something?
It's you know why? Because it's better.
Casey, do you have an iPhone?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop on the argument, though. I didn't realize there was such drastic differences, or there was
It's all
polarizing
messaging,
sides.
basically.
It's not real. There's
It's
not
really,
really.
There's not the big
I know
of a difference.
that your bubble's green and my bubble's blue. Like
Yeah.
if you're in a
right.
text.
Well, now they're gonna fix that apparently.
Yet again,
No.
calling for cellular equality.
That's,
Colors?
No, Apple. That's where Apple draws the line. They're like, oh no, the Android bubble's still going to be green.
Oh, they're gonna leave that
Yeah,
green.
they're
I don't-
not happening.
Who cares about the
It's
color?
actually a
of it?
red flag for me. If I text someone for the first time and your bubble's green, I'm like, ugh.
Ooh, what's that?
See, that's who I think the dumbest
Now
people
you're
are.
snobbing.
Those are the stupid people.
Yeah.
Like girls who say I can't go out with a guy because he's got a Galaxy. Well, you're an idiot.
I'm just joking. Especially now that the pictures are going to come through in higher quality.
you
Then
can-
then we can talk.
Think about the market for men for you. It just doubled.
I
Now
know.
you can date
Look
an
at
Androider.
that. All right, now we're talking.
All right, it's time for another edition of What's the Beef Watching with Casey Beefwater Bay. Of course, the man's an old soul. He likes to watch reruns of old shows from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I don't know. I don't know if he's chasing something from his childhood or what it is.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Reminds him of extension cords.
Getting to be a scary word. And hot cigarettes. You know? Variety of things. It drums up memories up.
Right. Laura, do you think we've touched a nerve? Is that what it is?
With Casey?
With beef or is that why he does this?
She
Is
doesn't
'cause-
know. This music fires up and she checks out every week.
That's not true. I was jiving. I like it. Hey, what's the
Glenn
song?
Miller?
What's the song
It's called "In the Mood" by Glenn Miller.
In the Mood.
And it puts you right in it.
I mean, as long as he's doing "I Dream of Jeannie" today, I'm fine.
I'm not. But it does involve a batch of females.
I feel like you hear this a lot at Disneyland or California
Yeah.
Adventure or something. You're walking around. All right, what show are you watching this week, Beef?
You know what? You were giving me a little bit of what for about my T-shirt the other day. So the Golden Girls it is this week.
Hey! For the team.
So thank you for being a friend.
Yeah,
all of
thank
y'all.
you.
All of y'all. So it was season 2, episode 24, To Catch a Neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of the best theme intros.
If I had the money, I could have been living.
That's not the theme intro. I want the intro.
There's so much great stuff about this show.
Yes.
Well, it was a Saturday night staple for me growing up, for sure. My mom loved this show.
Saturday night?
I believe it was a Saturday night. ABC
I hated watching
situation.
it. My grandmother would throw it on and I'd go, oh, God.
Oh, but dude, it still holds up. The writing was so clever.
Yeah, I was just too young.
They worked a lot of political stuff in. They worked a lot of topical stuff in there. I mean, shoot, they were doing transgender cross-dressing stuff back in 84, 85. You know what I mean? They're doing domestic violence. They touched on a lot of different areas that weren't necessarily in primetime TV then.
Blanche raise her hand to someone on the show?
No, I believe it was...
Does Blanche have to smack a bitch?
It was Blanche's daughter that was being mistreated by her boyfriend, and Blanche put her foot down and said, son, you got to get up out of here.
Way more serious.
So, but that wasn't this episode. This episode was about the time they get a knock on their door, and it's the FBI wanting to use Blanche's house as a surveillance location because the next door neighbors, dun dun dun, might be jewel thieves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the police, they at first they're like, hey, look, we don't know if we want to get involved in this whole situation. And then they finally relent. And so you got an typical situation. You got the older cop and you got the younger guy, the up and comer, right? Mm-hmm. The handsome young buck, who is none other than George Clooney.
Hey.
By the way.
GC?
Young GC, fresh off.
Like how
of,
young we talking?
This would be fresh off of The Facts of Life.
This is before he goes to ER.
Yeah, before ER, right mid swing there. Okay, so Blanche obviously falls in love with the young hot guy. Dorothy, she's got her eye on the old timer. She's like, oh, is he a handsome dude?
I got to see a young George Clooney. Keep going.
Got some nice hair. Almost looks like Richard Marx.
All right.
He still used the Flowbee to cut it, but it was
absolutely. So, it's typical cop stuff. They're listening to surveillance. The girls are all think it's neat that they've got all this, antiquated equipment set up all over the kitchen table. You know what I mean? Like it looks like they're looking for aliens in space, right? So they're just fascinated by this whole thing, and that's kind of this, a minor part of the story, other than Dorothy falling in love.
Did they start spying on each other?
No, they didn't start spying on each other, but the action of the episode comes towards the end when all of a sudden, he's got his headphones on and he's like, all right, we got to go. They hear the deal going down. Out they go. They're busting the people. And in the process, Clooney gets shot, catches a cap right to the, it seemed like the shoulder area.
Jesus.
But you don't find that out right away.
Shooting a Clooney?
He just comes.
On a sitcom.
Yeah, old timer just comes rolling in, needs to use the phone. And he calls 911 because they don't have radios. He's got to call for backup and ambulance. So, then everybody shows up at the hospital and Clooney's fine. He just took a shot to the shoulder. He's in good shape. He's going to live. But then the old timer shoots his shot with Dorothy. And he goes, hey, now that this is all wrapped up, we ought to get together and go get to know each other a little bit better. And she goes, no. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You spent the whole episode swooning over this old timer, and now you're too good? Because she didn't want to take the risk. I can't go fall in love with a guy that can get shot on the job.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I see.
So she was looking at the long haul,
Yeah.
going like, look, if this thing works out, you could be the love of my life. And next thing you know, you're getting Clooney'd out on the front lawn of somebody else's place.
That's when someone puts a hand on her shoulder and says, you're 70, no long game.
That's a good point.
Come on.
So that was
she
one of
could
the
trip
things
over a step.
I loved about that show is it seemed like they were all old ladies, right? But they were every episode. They're all like, there's a love interest all the time. There's always somebody's always
just
looking for love.
They're still going to be horny, right?
All the time, especially Blanche.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
she
wonder
was
if
feeling
I
it.
always
Non-stop
wondered that
horny.
about my grandmother. I was like, does she ever get horny?
Absolutely.
Of course.
At
just
this
weird.
age, you
At
guys
92?
don't shut it down.
At 92, you think she still gets horny?
You saw
You
that
know-
magazine I brought in here that was from the Old Timers catalog where it goes from like support hose and then you turn the next page over and it's marital aids.
Well,
No, I can see, like, a man being
but
into
you
it
know,
still.
like assisted living facilities and
They go
things,
crack.
STIs run rampant because all those old people
Because of
are
Gary.
just doing it.
Because of Gary.
Gary wandering around,
Viagra-
rapping on
Don't
doors.
don't bring the Golden Bachelor into this, KCB.
Viagra
quarterback.
changed the game. Though.
Yeah, right.
Now you could be in a coma and you could still be a part of the game.
But they were horny ladies, is what you're saying.
It's true.
And did they play characters that were older than they were in real life?
Yes, Sophia especially. She was the oldest in the show, but the youngest in real life.
Which is crazy. The one who looked like she was wrinkled up like an old raisin.
I'm sure that had to feel great when they told her
Dude,
that.
she got turned down 2 times for that role, and then she showed up in makeup like that and got it.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
she
cool.
was really good at that role, and she seemed like she was 20 years older than B. Arthur.
Yeah, I don't think you're far off on that. I mean, she was quite a bit younger than everybody else. But yeah,
So B. Arthur was the oldest in real life.
Yeah, and
She
that
was the one who
cast
looked like a
rolls deep.
seagull.
You know, a lot of those. Betty White, Dorothy, and no, just Betty White and Blanche. They went as far back as the Carol Burnett show.
Bing
So,
bong.
I love
you know?
that show. That was a good show.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
yeah,
Casey.
The Golden Girls, solid, stands to the test of time, and I will watch it till the day I die.
There it is. What's the beef watching this week? It's the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Especially cross-dressing Phil.
Best character.
That's from a
That was
different
Dorothy's
show,
brother.
kid.
All right, 98197 is our Lazy Boy text line. We'll be back again. Yeah. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 105.9 The Brew. Happy Friday. We got a text message regarding the last segment. This guy says, it's been proven in multiple studies. I think he was trying to say Apple, but he left the word out.
Mm-hmm.
But he says it's been proven in multiple studies that Apple users have almost twice as much sex as Android users.
Yeah, because women are like, green bubble, stay away.
It just shows how dumb and skanky they are. Then, I mean, if you're gonna pass up a guy because of his phone, you're an idiot.
I was gonna say there are so many flaws in people that I don't think we can afford to drop someone on phone alone.
Yeah, I mean, really, beggars can't be choosers.
That's a good point.
So there you go. The Android and iPhone war will continue.
Wages on.
Yeah,
Yes,
for decades.
wages
to come.
on. All right, we got Todd Father in here. Todd Father just walked in the studio, and he actually made us some badass bumper stickers, you guys.
Show these off here.
So is anyone out there even interested in our Tanner, Drew, and Laura bumper stickers? Who's willing to put this on their car?
Hey, look at these bad
They look
boys.
great, dude.
I like them, and it's old school rules. You know, like the shape, it fits the bumper well.
Yeah, remember back in the day, you used to have radio station stickers all the time, you know, on cars, and I see none now.
Yeah, so I say it's time.
Well, I feel like there used to be a difference between a window sticker and a bumper sticker.
Sure.
And this is technically the bumper
Yeah, whatever
sticker.
happened to the clings? The window clings.
Todd Father, will these survive the weather and the rain and all that?
Absolutely. They're laminated so you can stick them on the bumper.
Okay.
Nice,
no problem.
nice.
All right, so when are we going to give these away? Are we going to maybe at our next Bacon and Beer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
Or
nice
can we
thing
give
is-
away a few right now, Case?
Yeah, we could give them
Casey's
away,
like, "Damn it, I
suppose."
gotta-"
I mean,
He's like, I
What
got
are
to
we
mail in.
gonna
the
do?
More work.
What are we gonna put
I don't
these
know
in
how
an
to work
envelope
them.
and send them out?
Yeah.
Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to
Yeah.
P.O. Box
that's-
327.
Yeah.
And we'll throw in a little scratch-it ticket in there, too. Why
There,
not?
Beef's like, no,
he's starting to rub his
all right.
neck.
Yeah. It's got a lot of, Casey's already working
Getting out of
throughout the
hand.
weekend. Like, I guess he's working tomorrow and Sunday, and so
The good thing
just
is
throwing more work at him.
this guarantees having these that at our next Bacon and Beer, you'll be able to throw this on your vehicle. So clean that bumper.
Yeah, Todd Father made 200 of the Tanner, Drew, and Laura bumper stickers. They look great. It's our logo. And let's give away 2 right now. All right, 866-445-1059 if you want these. And then at the next Bacon and Beer, I think those will all be gone by the time Bacon and Beer's over.
I'll make you another round.
All right,
Look
you're the
at
man.
that.
What
Todd
a
Father's
guy,
such
what
a good dude.
guy.
What do you don't care about?
He's
I
like,
said,
oh,
I'll make him anytime you guys want, man. No
Oh man,
problem at all.
you're such a nice dude.
We're gonna need to put some on the Z100 van though before I leave.
yeah, dude,
Okay.
10 at least.
They're going
All
to
right.
go blow that up anytime, actually.
Your chance at $1,000 in cash happens right now. This has become my favorite clip. This is from earlier this morning, and this is my new favorite drop of the show.
105.9 The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
Oh, man, that was so fun.
I want to load it into my phone when I get a text message.
I was going to say you should make it your ringtone.
You can do it.
Whammy!
Oh, Beef is texting me. There it is. So, yeah, we had David Keckner in the studio earlier this morning. If you missed the interview, you can listen to the podcast later today at 1059thebrew.com. We'll also have video. The live stream is still going, so you could scroll backwards if you want to watch it.
Nice.
And then we'll have video today. Just follow us on all our socials at 1059 The Brew and at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
105.9 The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
I like how the first one has a clear WH, too. The wham.
Wham! Yeah.
Cool whip.
He's going to be at Helium tonight and tomorrow, and some of the shows are sold out. So if you want to go, you're
Get
gonna have
on
to
it.
Get on it real quick.
Yeah.
And I guess tomorrow night he's going to be in character. So tomorrow night he's going to be doing the show as Todd Packer.
Yeah, they call it
from
the
Office.
office trivia.
Yeah.
How late is that late show? What is it?
The 7:30 and the late one's the 10 o'clock
10.
one.
Yeah.
Man.
Person's
I
at
would
7:30.
dance with the devil and hit a 10.
Yeah.
Show.
Would
See
you
that?
really?
Wow.
You wake up pretty early. Are you sure?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. I get up at the same time.
All right.
regardless.
Yeah, that's such an ancient comment.
Such an old man
I
comment.
get up. I have some Sanka.
The earth is going to wake me up or some loud neighbor kid no matter what.
That's right.
But
I
Laura-
read the paper while I watch my programs.
Laura was saying that the Todd Packer office trivia is really funny.
Nice.
Yeah, all the videos I've seen on the old Instagram look really entertaining, and he gets everybody involved, and so it's a fun time.
Portland.heliumcomedy.com if you want to see him tonight or tomorrow. It's Tanner, Joe, and Laura. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy. It's Portland's Rock Station, 1059 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. This hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 in cash. Your chance to go fund yourself is deposit.
Yeah.
So log on to the website right now, 1059thebrew.com. Enter the keyword deposit, and we could call you back in minutes with the cash. Good luck from Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We're commercial free thanks to our friends over at Lazy Boy. And coming up next, we got tickets to go see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yes.
Yeah.
The show is coming up later this month on the 26th at the Moda Center. It's the afternoon show, the 3 p.m. show. So
Nice.
if you're an old fuddy-duddy and you want to go to bed early.
That's me.
But it is,
You can still do it.
it's a Sunday afternoon, so it's a nice
Yeah.
way to enjoy the holidays with the family.
I prefer an earlier show on a Sunday. I
Yeah,
want to be
right?
out and about on a Sunday night.
Check that box and get into your PJs.
So we need callers 10 and 11. We're going to play Real News or Fake News coming up next. 866-445-1059 is the phone number. That's 866-445-1059. We'll play in less than 15 minutes. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. Happy Friday. We have got tickets to Trans-Siberian Orchestra to give away. That show's coming up on the 26th at the Moda Center. And we're going to play Real News or Fake News right now for your chance to win. I'm going to read off a couple of headlines. Some are real, some are completely made up. You just got to point out which one is which to get these tickets to Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Let's meet our contestants this morning. Calling from Happy Valley, his name is Jeffrey. Good morning, Jeffrey.
Good morning.
Do you like Jeffrey, or do you just want to be like Jeff?
Or J-Dog.
Go by Jeff's fine.
Yeah.
Because Jeffrey's very formal. It sounds like your mom. Like, Jeffrey, dinner!
I feel like someone's holding your ear when they're saying that.
Jeffrey? Do you ever
Yeah, let's go with Jeff. I'm good with that.
Do you ever just say, my name's Jeff?
Yeah.
He's probably heard that so much.
People
who
he
date
hates it. They go,
He's like, no, I'm laughing, but no.
laugh through it so they don't do it again.
People named Jeff are like, die, please stop saying that.
Like, why? We were fine, and then that.
All right, dude. Do you watch the news? Do you read the paper? Do you know what's going on in the world?
No, not really. Just whatever comes through Facebook.
All right.
You get a lot of Facebook news these days.
It doesn't surprise me.
It's dangerous.
Last current event that you read about.
Oh, the bombing in Gaza.
What do you say?
The bombings in Gaza.
The bombing.
Did he say Garza?
Yeah, I was
it's not Garza.
I think that's a garnish.
I was trying to let that slide.
No, yeah, I said that wrong, but that's how much I know.
Really, who knows how they spelled it on Facebook, guys?
Yeah, right.
Totally understandable.
Very possible I said Garza. All right, it's time to play Real News or... All right, my friend. Oh, by the way, remember, if you get these wrong, you have to listen to us give your tickets to somebody who did nothing.
That's cool.
Real or fake? Guy experiences menopause symptoms after a fecal transplant from his mother.
Oh, brah.
What?
Fake.
Is that a fake story?
Oh, whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What is a fecal transplant?
What do you, yeah.
We'll tell you about it in a second.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to throw up in my mouth.
Booty moves.
Real or fake? Sleep guru swears by sleeping on pillow filled with dozens of Barbie heads.
Psycho.
Fake.
Is that a fake story? Yeah, it's a fake story.
1 and 1.
Real or fake? Viral trend shows home chefs stuffing Thanksgiving turkey with turkey jerky for extra turkey goodness.
True.
Is that a true story?
It sounded American.
I know. I was gonna say I could see someone doing that for sure.
There was that one girl who goes, "You want to make your salt better? Put a little extra salt on it."
Ooh.
It's what she said in a TikTok
you
video.
gotta salt your salt.
She's a new age Gordon Ramsay.
Real or fake? Dad gets giant Fortnite tattoo after losing a bet with his kid.
True.
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
Wow, 2 and 2.
Here we go. It's all down to this, my friend. Real or fake? Woman in Nigeria sets record with 1,152-foot wig.
True.
Is that a true story? That is a true story, my friend.
Jeff.
Perfect.
Jeff?
Yeah, we'll call you what we want now.
You just got tickets to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert that is coming up on the 26th at the Moda Center, all right?
Cool.
All right,
Thank
bro.
you.
Bing, bing.
Can I say
bong.
something real quick about
Yes.
TSO?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. If you want to go to TSO and you don't have your tickets yet, definitely hit up that 3 p.m. show because $1 from every ticket sold is going to benefit our own Paul Lindman's KEX Kids Fund.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't know
doing
that.
their deal,
Nice.
hooking up underprivileged kids with glasses and hearing aids.
Oh, nice.
So you can do a good deed without even trying.
That's great.
And I was
That feels
blind
good.
in 3rd grade, so
Yeah.
get those kids some glasses. It's not a good look.
All right, where can people go for those tickets?
Ticketmaster, it's
All
just
right.
a 3 o'clock show, though.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Hang on, we'll get your information. Do we have any more of those?
What?
Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets?
I know a guy that knows a guy.
I just, like you said earlier, that you said everyone's been in a good mood today, and I feel like I'm in a good mood. And this other person's been sitting on hold for so long.
We can, yeah.
And I feel bad.
You know what? Why not? Why not?
Is your name...
You don't got to put sad music on. This is happy. This is
Well,
a
that's
happy
because
story.
they've been sitting on hold for a long
Sentimental.
time. That's
Sentimental, thank you. Is this Corey from Vancouver?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Corey. You know, we're feeling really nice today, bro. And
I heard him win, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just stay on just in case.
Just lurk.
Oh, I see.
Normally lurking is grounds for removal, but
Yeah,
this
I
might
was
be
just
your
gonna
day.
say-
Yeah.
Maybe not so much now.
kind of creeping us out, bro. No, Corey, we'll hook you up with some tickets too. Like you said, Casey, it's Friday. Everyone's in a good mood. We had David Keckner in earlier.
105.9 The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
Just a good day.
Yeah, it's gonna end on a good note when you get Whammy in here.
All right, dude, hang on the phone. Everyone's getting tickets. Well, just you two. Please don't call us.
Yeah, we're not going Oprah, just a couple.
Yeah, right. Laura was like Oprah the other day with her bananas.
Oh man, I was giving, but everybody deserves a banana every now and again.
For Laura's birthday, Casey bought her 11.1 pounds of bananas. And you can see the video if you're following us on Instagram at 1059 The Brew.
I bet you didn't think I could handle that many bananas, but guess what? I can.
So it was funny. You know, there were so many. We were just walking around like, you know, offering them to people. But people look at you so strange when you just randomly go, hey, man, you want a banana?
Well, because they think it's like a viral video. You're
like,
about to get hit with a bag of
what are you
flour or
talking
something.
about?
Yeah. Because most people don't have 11.1 pounds of bananas.
You don't just walk around with bundles in a corporate office very often. I get why it's an eyebrow raise.
Follow us.
Very funny.
Follow us on the gram to see it all at 1059 The Brew. It's Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Oh, man, I'm so ready for the weekend. I know, Casey, you're not. You're working all weekend.
Yeah. Everybody's working through the weekend is my theme song.
That's Everybody's working through the weekend. All right, Beef. That's Beef's song for the weekend. Laura, what's your plans? What do you got? Something cool?
You know what? I haven't been to the coast in like forever.
I love it.
So I think I'm going to go to the coast.
Like what, Lincoln City?
I don't know. There's a few places. I was looking at a map, and I feel like you can get up and down the coast, like Central Oregon coast, pretty quick.
Highway 101's
So-
really
it's one
so
free, one
pretty.
highway.
Yeah, so I might go down to like Rockaway Beach.
I love
Rockaway's great.
It's
yeah,
great.
Get a pronto pup.
Ride
I
the
know
corn dog.
that's what I'm saying. And I just got new tires on my car, so I feel
You
really
did?
confident. It's actually really crazy.
I was about to say, because your tires have been pretty bald. If you're going to go to the coast.
You still have money to go to the beach. This is an impressive combination.
Well, I know. So I my tires were really bald, but I didn't really notice when I was driving. I'm like, they're fine, right? And then I go to Jeep of Gresham because they're doing a Black Friday sale like all month long, and it's like buy 3 get 1 free on the tires, and gym and service is always so great. So I go in and they hook me up, and I'm driving, and I'm like, this feels way better. Like, it's crazy.
I remember when I got new tires.
Like
you feel like you feel like you can take a turn a little faster.
It's a miracle. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go road tripping all over
It's
the place.
just smoother, right? Like it's just a
and
smoother
it's
ride.
Like, there's more grip. I feel like my traction is better.
What kind of
so
tires you get?
I'm ready. I don't know.
Do you think there's a chance it'll make you a better driver?
How dare you? I am a great driver, Drew.
I'm asking for a friend.
Maybe.
Tell that to your tailgate.
Oh yeah,
'Cause there's a big dent in your tailgate.
That
looks like a
wasn't-
zombie
somebody-
chasing you.
I'm pretty sure that
ran
wasn't there
into
when she
me.
got here.
That is not. It's been there for a very long time.
It looks like a B&E.
It
Either that,
like
or
she was trying to steal an ATM from a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, either that, or you backed into a school bus. I mean, it's something.
No.
Well, I'm glad you got new tires because, and you
That'll
say
help.
they're buy 3 get 1 free.
Or buy 3 get 1 for $1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it's
What's up?
basically free. I
Yeah,
mean,
one
fuck.
bone for a tire.
So-
Take it.
All right,
Pretty
well,
great.
That's where again?
That's Jeep of Gresham.
Jeep of Gresham.
Yeah,
They got
check 'em out.
their jingle slaps. Have you heard that jingle of theirs?
Yeah.
You want me to sing
One of the
it?
best.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
Sing it.
Sing it, Laura.
Jeep of Gresham, Jeep of Gresham, Jeep of Gresham.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go
Man.
see them. They're all great down there.
All right.
It was going
Thank you.
good till Tone Deaf Burrito
Yeah,
came
Casey
in
had
at
to come in
the
with the tone deaf harmony.
But you guys both can just stuff it. The both of you.
Wow.
All right.
At least that was intense.
Things have gotten hostile.
Let's see what's gone viral. One of my favorite people was in the studio this morning, David Keckner, who, of course, is champ from Anchorman.
105.9 The Brew. Whammy! Whammy! Whammy!
He was so much fun. We will have the podcast posted later on today if you missed the interview, and video as well, because there are cameras in here, and we will have clips up. Just follow us on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok at 105.9 The Brew or at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
It's nice when people live up to the hype, right?
Yes.
Like we'd had him in 5 years ago, but you just hope that there's still that guy, and he is.
Also, I shot a video because he was wearing the most badass cowboy boots I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Fish skin boots.
Yeah, what was that fish?
Was it fish skin?
It was fish skin, and in the video, he'll show you. I shot this video of David after the interview, and he shows on his phone. He'll show you the fish that he's wearing.
It's pretty amazing, and if it looks like leather. Like this fish has a crazy skin because it looks like leather.
And it was so big that like 2 or 3 people had to hold it in that photo. It was a big fish, like one of those big prize fish.
You got to go check it out.
So his shoes are insane. And so I'll have that video posted later on today at 105.9 The Brew and on Instagram.
Also a fellow supporter of the Levi's 501, which I thought was a very impressive maneuver.
He doesn't need those expensive $500 jeans.
He's rocking 501s
Yeah.
and some cowboy boots.
Fish skin cowboy boots. You got to go Levi.
I love me some Champ, man. And he was talking about, okay, Anchorman 3 won't happen. We learned that this morning. There's a big possibility of an Office reboot. We did hear that. But he said he's got an idea for a Champ spinoff.
I like it.
And like he came up with, I don't know if he came up with all that right on the air. I think he did, some of it.
Him and his buddy had talked about the one with Dwight a little bit, but
Yeah.
he came up on the air with the one where he takes peyote and becomes a superhero.
I want
This is a
this
great
movie.
idea.
I want this movie. I guess Champ takes peyote and thinks he's a superhero and just lives his life like that.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
And then, he's got an idea for each, so he's ready to go when the studio's ready.
You'd watch that, Casey,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Absolutely. Who doesn't love a good peyote tale?
Right.
Seriously.
Get Craig Robinson in there and get Jeremy Piven from Sell Hard. Why not?
Why not?
Throw him in there.
I was just thinking how I loved it every time he said, right, gang? Like every time he said gang, I don't know what it was about that, but it really tickled.
He said that in here?
He said it like a bunch of times.
He builds a
Right, gang?
bromance quickly. I mean, he had nicknames for listeners within a minute.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He'll be at Helium tonight and tomorrow. And you go check out the interview later today at 1059thebrew.com. Also online, our Donkey Show podcast. It's the show after the show, completely unedited and uncensored. You can see, earlier we did the dumbass of the day, but it was a double shot because there were two idiots.
Yeah.
One woman thought the moon is bigger than the Earth. She's convinced it's bigger than the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And the other woman who thought that Alaska was an island.
Whoops.
Oh, well.
We learn something every day.
Go check out those videos. And you can see the teaser trailer for the TED TV show. You know that show, that movie with Mark Wahlberg and was it Seth MacFarlane was the
Teddy
voice?
Bear, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We played the trailer or the teaser earlier. It didn't even sound like Seth MacFarlane doing the voice.
No.
It sounded just like Peter Griffin to me.
It sounded like a wannabe Wish version of Peter Griffin, like somebody doing an impression of Peter Griffin.
I don't know.
If it's a B-teamer, that's punting too
Everything
far.
I saw on the internet looked like he is doing it, but it didn't sound like
Dude
it.
had a cold.
So go check it out. I don't know if it's going to be raunchy or not, but then a listener called and said, that Twisted Metal TV show is on Peacock, and it got pretty raunchy. I hadn't seen it yet, but
Okay. I mean, if you're paying to play, it could be the hotness.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it, everybody.
Bing
Wow.
bong.
All right.
I think that is it. Do we feel good about today?
I do.
We happy?
Solid Friday.
Next week, we've got a major concert announcement Tuesday morning at 8 a.m.
Ooh, yes.
We also, a lot of stuff happening. So
We'll be ready.
all right. Casey,
Okay.
leave us with some inspirational words.
Inspirational words. Well, we are coming up into the season of thanks, so we should definitely be a little more thankful this weekend while we're out doing things like maybe raking leaves and catching up around the house, getting ready for company to come over. So I would say words of wisdom. Keep yourself calm. Find your areas of whatever you need to keep yourself happy because you've got a lot of entertaining coming up.
That's right.
You got to keep the mood right.
That's right.
So find your stash spot, your little hangout spot. Hold it down tight.
Wow.
That's good. That's a good piece of advice.
Not even sure what
You're
you
gonna-
said.
I think he's saying smoke weed.
I'm saying,
Just get to it.
if you got a lot of pressure and you're entertaining and the family's going to be around, you got to have that escape hatch. You got to
So-
find a spot to go and just break away.
I think what he was saying is he keeps his pipe behind the workbench
Yeah.
in the garage.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at you jumping to conclusions over there. Gonna
We'll see-
pull something.
We'll see you next week. Today's your last chance to win $1,000 in cash, and here's your shot right now.
Yeah, so we don't got to worry about it.